So you heard Clint Eastwood say, "Make my day," right? This is black light. I make my day. When I lie down at night, I visualize what tomorrow's going to be like, and I see what my obligations are, and I try to attend to my obligations first that I created for myself in the past, and make sure my household is taken care of. Now they got our women. You can never make enough money because our women visualize themselves as being Rockefeller, you know, Cinderella and Rockefeller. They see themselves being like that, see. Prince Charming come along with a golden slipper and take them to the ball, you know, and they know they ain't really like that, so, but they dream of being rich, not necessarily famous, but living in the lap of luxury. And so guys try to front for the ladies, you know. The reason why guys wear gold and get sharp, it's not for another guy, it's for the ladies. Because they know the ladies like a whole lot of bling, like a sharp whip, you know, guy with some sweet gear on, and you know, they want the ladies to admire them, look up to them. They want to be able to get any kind of woman they want. But a Muslim woman that's in the nation, the majority of them, they look for something different in a guy. They don't look for all those trappings that a guy could come on to them with. They look for a little bit of something different. They look for how you think. They look for the God in the guy, but they want to know if the guy that they're looking at is looking within himself and had a God within himself. If he's aware of that, if he's aware of the God that's within himself, or do he bow down to Satan? It's women like that, you know. A guy gotta prove himself worthy to have a righteous woman. You gotta be righteous. Back in the 60s and the 70s, they just say righteous a whole lot. You know, they said that's a righteous brother. But, you know, it didn't have the meaning that it should have really had to them guys back in the 60s and the 70s. But now, if they say you're righteous, it would really mean that, because you're not participating in unrighteousness. And people could tell that. Some people might envy a brother or just be jealous of a brother because he's like that. And they might hate him for being like that, because it's not like them. You know, you don't need nothing to get high off of. And if you know what they're putting in what kind of chemicals they putting in everything you can get high off of, you definitely wouldn't deal with it. Just like they messing with the food, they messing with your drugs. Anything that you take in your body, it goes through them first, the system first. And in some of my past videos, I explained to my audience that I was in a meat cutting class back in the 70s, and we were practicing on beef that had cancer in it, and one of the older brothers found out. So the inspectors, food inspectors, they get paid off to look the other way. You know, here in Michigan, they only got one food inspector. Back in the day, they only had one. They don't have too many to inspect all the supermarkets in the state of Michigan. It might be about 4 or 5 at the most. And they don't have any kind of scientific degree. They could be the one guy that we interviewed was a animal doctor, and that was it. But he was a veterinarian. But you got to have a little bit more integrity to be inspecting food. So the drugs that they supply the people with, including alcohol and beer, wine, they putting something in it to kill you with, to kill the next generation. So this is Black Light saying, you can't participate in this system. You got to create your own system. And because you're going to get bought off. And if you refuse to let them buy you off, you're going to get took out. Like Michael Jackson and Prince in the entertainment industry. They're taking our brothers every day. This is Black Light out.